Yeah, boom. Cool. So we're here. We're calling this Speaking Presents. Let's chat. Today's chat is the sofa. Um, yeah. So today's topics, what we've set are self-discipline, and we talked about attention to detail, being present, comfort zones, get out of them, and the other things are some other keywords throughout was energy and focus. So self-discipline, like there's many forms of self-discipline. When I said to Ty the topics, he went off on a few things and was like, yeah, what is it, this one or self-discipline in this way. So what was your thought when I first said self-discipline to you? Where did your mind go?
Talk about self-discipline, then you're talking about control of self-control. What is what you can control with what you put out.
Keys, worship.
So talking about all control, it's all about stuff that you do, decisions that you make, and that makes you the person that you are. So.
And what about you? What comes to mind when you think of?
I'm not gonna lie, to be honest, I'm rolling with you, man, on this one because that's something I lack in.
Fair.
So yeah, you lot gotta take the lead in this one.
Yeah, I think in some aspects, yeah, like it's basic. Came for me to work on your self-discipline comes through that consistency of doing something. Like you say, you're gonna do something. It's that, and I guess then when I said that, then it links into if keeping to your word as well, right?
Yes.
Like, what does that come? That's almost like a self-love kind of thing, isn't it? I love myself. Yeah. I'm gonna do what I say. I say what I mean, and that kind of thing. It's almost like pride in yourself as well, isn't it? So
100%, yeah. So also
being on time as well.
Yeah, being on time. So that's obviously a self-discipline that I lack still.
Tiny bit.
Yeah.
Both of you.
But I worked on it though. But see, one of the things was before I used to like just stressing myself. That's what I realized, that some of it is that why are you running late to stress yourself? And then it was to change that, to kind of understand that that you can chill, get there when you get there, cruise, and everything's alright. Like it's okay. Like that's a better way to do it. Whereas obviously, I guess when you're stuck in one way, you think, yeah, this is the way, and then, but no, it wasn't healthy still, because then when you're rushing and I was stressed, and if I'm driving places, then I'm driving faster, then
breaking the law.
Yeah. So
it all gets deeper.
So then
one knock-on effect.
Yeah, for real. So taking something that was in your control to be on time, to get yourself organised, and then it spirals into things that come out of your control, traffic, other things on the road, other people, which then I guess leads into like a frustration. But if you was self-disciplined in the first place to say, yeah, boom, I'm gonna leave at this time, I'm gonna get there for this time, which is saying what you would do as well, and doing what you say, then you'd be alright. So
I think self-control also comes about knowing yourself. So when I say about knowing yourself, or best example I can give to myself is, with me talking about time, is say my set routine in the morning, that I know that my first train is 5:40 in the morning. Regardless if I'm there or not, that train's gone at 5:40. I can't control that. So all I can do is get there either dead on time or I have to get there before. So I know if I wake up in the morning, when my alarm goes off at 5, certain times I can wake up straight away. 7 out of 10 times I'm not waking up straight away. That snooze button is getting hit. So I give myself at least half an hour to get ready, give myself brush my teeth, do my morning chores and etc. So, but now if I give myself, what I used to do is give myself bare minimum time, and that's when I always used to be late, and that's where self-control comes in, and knowing yourself, of setting your time, knowing your routine,
how much time you need
to get ready,
for real,
and then creating a routine. So just from that, just by adding that extra 10 minutes I would normally give myself, and I always used to be late, I'm able to make that train almost every morning. I've probably once or twice I still miss it.
I think that.
So
for me, I need an hour still. But that hour can include 15 minutes of snooze time. Do you know what I mean? But that's all factored in.
That's it.
Whereas before, I would do 45 minutes. And not factoring my 15 minutes of snooze time, which obviously is cutting into that getting ready time, which is not enough. So I get that. So that's a simple thing. So that's a tip for everyone as well.
There you go.
Starting your day high stress levels.
It's not good.
That's not a good way to start your
Not
day.
good. So that's like I'd say yeah, that one, like boom, know yourself, know your timings, innit? I like that still. That's a top tip. Alright, cool. And then that goes on to like attention to detail. This has been a theme for the week. Like obviously, so this is how it came about for me. Was basically attention to detail determines a lot of things about people. It determines like I was talking almost from like a physical point of view, from a physique point of view.
Okay.
So I was saying attention to detail in terms of what you're eating determines your physique in terms of how lean you are,
Yeah.
how much of a belly you have,
Yeah.
like all of that stuff. Your attention to detail in terms of your training, how much you train, again depends on how your muscles will look. What I mean by that is, for example, if you're very focused and controlled in your movements, time under tension, that's going to give you like the best look out of your muscles, right? This is where it originated from. If you're quick like, with your weights and your movements, that's not attention to detail. You're not really focused, right? You're not in the zone. You're just trying to get it done. And then that will reflect like you may have some size or something, or your arms may look like you train, but they're not going to be fully defined because there's not that attention to detail. The detail that you get out of your body, out of your muscle, that fullness is not there. So it's like a representation. So yeah, that was how it came about and started to be like a recurring theme at work and stuff like that, and what people were saying, just like yeah. And then obviously, then the other side of it for me was them being anal. Like sometimes, obviously, when we lack in something, we might see other people that have that skill set as being like weird, like being too much. Like why are they so like on point about that? Basically, or so like why is that such a big thing? And obviously, that's like a highlight. So yeah. So yeah, for me, it's like I was looking into like my business, how I handle like my finances, this and that, and even I was saying that I just don't have attention to detail. Like I make the money and I spend money. I don't like budget. I budget. No, I don't really. I just like make more money in it. Like make sure that I make enough money. That's how I've always gone through. It's not been a thing of, oh yeah, no. And that lack of attention to detail, where that's affected me is in terms of like now investing. So now obviously I want to invest. So I want to do more with my money. But it's like, where's all your money going?
Yeah.
So now I have to, in order for me to elevate to the next place to be able to make my money work for me, have to get more attention to detail, and that's obviously coming through like the little things, obviously even like the little things. I guess it starts with me.
That all comes in time as well, man. Because like obviously you've just started having your own business, you just started getting this money that you didn't used to get before.
In a different way, yeah, for real.
So to you, it's like now, bro, I've got all this money. What am I gonna do with it? The first thing you're gonna do is splash that. That's what you know, innit? You're gonna live a little, and obviously that's acceptable. And then it comes to the point now, obviously you realise now, alright, cool, now I want to invest. I'm gonna save my money. I'm gonna clock, this is my out guns, this is my in guns. Now what I'm gonna do with this, I'm gonna save this amount.
So that's almost like saying being more disciplined, right?
Just discipline yourself to, even like the thing I said, just get a little pot. Anytime you feel like you wanna do something that you think, nah, I don't really need to do that. Even to buy a chocolate bar, £2. Or like, I'm gonna go buy a Big Mac today. Nah, fuck the Big Mac. I ain't gonna go buy the Big Mac. Let me put that £5 in the jar.
Big Mac gets you still.
But Let me put that £5 in the jar. Then you realise after a while, you haven't even realised what you're doing. But after a while, when you look at that at the end of the year, you'll be like, right, okay, like this is how much money that I haven't spent it, but that I could have spent. Like me, I smoke a lot of weed. If every time I buy a drawer of weed, I put that money away, I'd probably be half a mil up right now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so you got to like. That's what I even said it to Rory earlier. Like, just buy a little pot, a little tin. Anytime you feel like, don't you see like people do it with a swear jar? Every time you swear, put £1 in the tin.
So that's
by Christmas, that tin's got like £700-800, and you haven't realised because it's just £1 you're putting in.
That you swear. But that sounds to me, to put that in terms of attention to detail of. That means that there's always a focus point to aim for, something to aim for, or some focus point to have the reason to have your discipline. So going back to your original point of you wanted to save for something,
reason for
right? So that was the reason for.
I like that.
So then now to basically put attention to detail in the sense of your discipline and self-control, you need to have a focus point or say, all right, reason of what you want to save your money for.
Yeah,
If you put it for that, everything else has a much more of a meaning. So I can talk for myself of I've got a set goal that I'm looking to make with my own money.
So set your intentions, basically.
Set your intentions, have it there marked at the top, then that will focus, make you have to count all your money, focus on what's coming in.
Focus your energy, right?
Focus your energy on what you're doing, and then you know exactly how you're spending your money. And that's where a lot of people just go on. You have your set wage, then you know what's coming out your direct debits, but you know what's coming out, and the rest of it you just spend. Now, if you have your, say, example, average wage 1,500, if you put out £500 of the month, you've got £1,000 to live on. So that could be your direct debits. That could be your spending. So you're saving.
You're now getting into that pay yourself, innit?
Pay yourself.
That's one of those things that they said, like pay yourself first. We always pay bills. We get paid, and we always pay bills. But pay yourself, save for your thing, whatever you're doing it for. Your discipline. Do your discipline. Then go have
your fun. Have your fun with what you know you got left.
But you know why that's hard in this era and age right now?
Because everyone wants the best things. That's why everyone wants.
It's not even because of that. The cost of life is more expensive than your average wage. £1,500 for someone to live off a month if you're paying bills.
True.
Yeah?
That's something that's all that thing when they were talking about how much is your rent now.
That's true. That's not a minimum room in London, Essex, anywhere is £600, £600.
Easy.
So out of that £1,500 you made already, you've got £900 left.
But then this is now where I say it comes down to self-control and then learn what's best for you yourself. So say if you got 1,500, your rent comes up to what, 700, 800. You got 700 left. You got a few direct debits, phone bill that's needed. Obviously, everyone has a phone. Whatever stuff. Obviously, food shopping. Say if someone's got a car, you got to pay a monthly fee. If you've got that,
they don't have a car still.
They don't have a car.
Not on 1,500.
That's what I'm saying. But if they have, they don't need it. They shouldn't be having the car if you're earning that much. This is now where it comes into living within your means, which is discipline.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? It all comes down to discipline, then living within
your means. I like it still.
A lot of people don't want to live within their means, which is why a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck. I can talk about that because I used to do that. So, and I used to earn good money, paycheck to paycheck.
If you're not disciplined to save, if you're not disciplined to say, where is my money going? This is my budget for this.
Exactly.
I spend X amount on shopping. My shopping should be this much.
This much, yeah.
That's the attention to detail, that almost to being anal about it.
Right. So.
Okay.
But then, again, it all comes back to having the focal point of, I've got this to save for. I've got this. This is my main goal. Then you have to focus it out. If you have nothing to aim for, which I did at the time.
You just live.
I'm just living.
Splashing.
I'm just living.
So he's saying in this day and age, too many people not got intentions. They've not got goals.
That's it, and that's why people are living paycheck to paycheck. It's not that
there's
we're
no
living.
goals for
living.
People are living paycheck.
Living for today, basically.
Expensive to live in, and life is coming up. But listen, if you budget, you did it.
You can do anything.
You can do anything.
Yeah. So the big thing as well, what I learned recently about even like budget and saving energy is that money is energy. So as much as it doesn't even have to be a lot, but when you start to put energy behind an intention that gives it it's moving, like it has to happen, because there's not only just your intention, which is just I'm gonna achieve this. Now you're putting energy to it, so you're constantly thinking about it. This is all like law of attraction stuff you're getting into, but that's deep because obviously it's like that's why you'll always achieve it. Once you put energy and focus into something, you'll always achieve. What do they say? You will achieve. You believe the mind can achieve, innit?
Yeah.
Henry Ford, that famous one. If you believe you're right, if you believe you're wrong, or whatever it is, you are. Do you know what I'm saying? Or if you believe you can, or you believe you can't, you're right. So that's it. It's just a matter of belief, which then, that's deep still. So then that almost comes into a little bit of comfort zones as well, right? Because sometimes we're in our comfort zone. We're just living, I'm making a bit of money, go out.
I feel like I'm in that position now.
Comfort zone.
I'm in the comfort zone.
Just chilling.
Like, I'm not broke, but I'm not rich. And I'm not where I want to be,
But
That's
I'm
because-
alright.
But I'm alright,
okay,
and I don't, and because I'm alright, it's giving me less of a focus to where I want to be
Yeah.
because I'm
Yeah.
just comfortable here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
like, do you know what I'm saying? And that's where I feel where my problem is. Like I have the ideas of I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, but where I haven't got like, you know when they say when you're on rock bottom, you push to get to the top harder.
You ain't got your intentions set, bro.
Yeah,
That's it. Going back to what we
like
said.
it's
yeah.
just I feel like I'm here. I know I can get there, but I feel like I'm just cruising through right now. Like I'm comfortable where I am.
So then, what would be? How would you draw action out of that? How can you get to action?
That's why I come to the guys because that's where I'm stuck. At. You get me? That's
I'm
where
saying,
stuck.
so then to me that sounds like intention. From what he's saying, and then obviously about set of goals, it's that intention, isn't it? Like, and I guess, what do they say? A goal written down, and it becomes more realistic. A goal written
100%,
down
yeah.
with a date
Mm-hmm.
becomes a plan or something like that. So when you start setting, so I guess it's to go through that process to start to set goals of what you actually want to achieve, which we were talking about the other day. innit? So you were saying now you've got to focus. So start to focus that, and yeah, then put energy towards that. But it's that thing of, I guess this is the other bit, is that doing the work in it. Because obviously you can have the focus if you're not putting the energy behind
This
it,
is it.
and then the attention to detail as well, I guess,
That's exactly what it is.
and then the discipline to do it. So it's a
So it's
trifecta
like-
almost. This is why we're talking right now.
Yeah, it's all free.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
fam.
That's big still. So intention and goal. So then, does that mean everyone should have a goal in life?
100%. That's
Yeah.
exactly why we have a 5-year plan. You can have a 3-year plan.
If
can
you
have a
don't, if you
1-year
don't have a
plan,
goal,
then you're not. You're just living.
you're not even living.
You are. You're just living, cause you're just living.
You're
You're just
not-
going
that's
day
not
by
life.
day.
That's not.
That's
You're
not
living
life.
day
That's
by
the
day.
matrix, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
matrix. That's
So
not even
like
living.
back to that
That's it.
thinking
That's
into
just
the
straight
matrix.
tracks. That's tracks.
Literally, but
You know they say that a cycle: work, home, bills. Like
Yeah.
work, home, sleep,
so
pissed off at work.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
go work.
and this is the
unhappy.
question everyone should ask yourself.
That's because they have no goal.
Where do you want to be in a year? Where do you want to be in 3 years? Where do you want to be in 5 years? Now the question is, you want to be
Comfy
there.
sofas.
So that's your, now you're in your comfort zone. So
Eat
now
the floors.
take yourself out of your comfort and then say, how are you going to get to your goal? Ask yourself that question. Write it down on paper of how are you going to get to your goal
Action.
in
Take
1 year.
action.
And that's action plan of writing it down. Then you have to set out a plan. Literally, every time I have my goal set out and I want to reach a set goal, I always write it out. Because if you don't know how you're going to get there, how are you
You
going to
don't
get
even
there?
know where you're going.
That's
How you
it.
getting there?
That's it. What direction you're going to go in? What you freestyling?
It's like driving without a sat nav.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
No road signs.
yeah, done that a couple of times. Did not work out well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, where we
I'm
going?
saying,
Anywhere.
I'm
Yeah.
saying,
It's just
so-
drive.
so you gotta have an action plan, and that's where it comes down to self-discipline, self-control, and once you have a pathway to get there, written it down, knowing exactly how you're gonna take it step by step, makes it 10 times easier because you know how you're gonna get there. Now, if you want to set yourself deadlines, perfect, because then now you're setting yourself a self-deadline, self-control, and now it's no longer I'm gonna do it. Now it's a thing of
You have
alright,
to,
it
yeah.
has to be done by this point. If it doesn't get to this point, you've only got yourself to look at. So and that's why you're not
Ooh,
progressing.
But then that's the mad thing, innit? Because
But
that's
that
why.
could depress you.
That's right. That's why some people wouldn't embark on some of this, like the
Like-
self-discipline.
See, like if you set yourself a goal
But
to say, I want to be here by next year, and your main focus is to get to that goal, you didn't make it.
Is that real though? Will that
I
happen?
reckon that will crumble someone.
no,
Will
But
that
I
happen?
reckon, yeah,
Nah.
again, that's true what you're saying as well.
Will that actually happen?
Because
Though?
if you set it out to get to that goal and you've planned the steps to get there, the only thing
You're
that's
gonna get
stopping
there.
you from getting there is you.
it's
Is
yourself.
your energy?
It's
How
yourself,
much
your
energy
energy.
you're putting into it?
And just if you believe, one thing I'm talking about with say energy and just believing is trust the universe. If you want to get there, say it, you'll get there.
Yeah,
Literally,
yeah,
it just takes time. And if it's not happening, things ain't happening, then you have to try something different. If it's the same thing you're doing, it's not working, you have to try something different.
Get out your comfort zone.
That's
man.
it. You're talking about
That's
coming
big.
out your
Yeah,
comfort
yeah,
zone.
yeah. Of course,
So
you
then-
will achieve it.
Yeah.
So to cut you. Of course, you will achieve it if you take action.
Yeah.
If you take steps, and most of the time, those steps will lead you out of your comfort zone.
Of
course.
But the thing is then it's a question of how much do you want it, right?
That's it.
Like,
So
if you really want it, then
You'll get it.
you'll step. Like, you're not even like.
Don't really want it.
You'll sit and be like, I could have that, and then you go back to comfort zone. So
that's it.
yeah, like peak out, like I want that, but yeah, that's
it.
Yeah. See that?
That's long, innit? It's too much work.
So what that? But that there is long. That process.
But you see that, yeah, and I think I understand that fully. And even like sometimes like when I'm doing, like I was saying about my finances, when like, anyone asks me like finance type questions and that, like I'm like, oh, it's long. Like even when I had to do my accounts with my accountant, I'm like, and in the end, it wasn't even that long. I just had to download the CSV, go through it, delete what obviously didn't need to be on there, and then just itemize it. Say put it in a category. Okay. It wasn't even that long. Once I got into it, I mean, it was because it was tedious, like, but once I got into a method of it, like, and put a methodical movement behind it, like boom, line, delete, bam, edit, change, and even on spreadsheet, because it was like Excel, so when I started typing the first 2 letters, it come up with the categories anyway, so that was easy. So it's like, do you know what I mean? So it wasn't too bad, but obviously it's the mind before that, like, no, that's long, no. And how would you overcome that?
That's mental blocks, bro.
Yeah, how would you overcome that?
Jump in the hurdles and just
fucking do it, innit?
Just set yourself a time to do
it. Got to do it, innit?
Certain times you got to set yourself.
You only know if you try, innit? If you don't try, you're never gonna know, innit?
Don't forget, we're brought up in a world where in school with exams,
attention to
deadlines,
detail, bro.
Got to be at work certain times. You've got to set yourself times of, do you know what? This day, this time, I'm gonna do this.
Do you know what? Yeah,
so,
you're 100% right. You man put some good points. And the thing is, where it comes down to is attention to detail, being present.
Yep.
Because the other thing is that you're obviously in your mind too far externally thinking, oh, it's long.
Yep.
So you're in your mind, you're not present, because you're not doing it to say, while I'm doing it, this is feeling long. You're just thinking, no, that's long, I don't want to do it.
Yep.
So you're putting energy into like the negativity almost of it, like the negative side of it.
Hasn't even happened yet, so you're not even in the right now. You're saying it's long for the future. Yeah,
whereas clear your mind, be present, focus,
and just say, okay,
attention to detail on this task for this amount of time, and you will achieve, right?
Yeah. So,
and that's a fact for me. Yeah, I dig that fully, because obviously a lot of time I'm like, oh yeah, let me do something. Even like yesterday, I was making a video, so I was editing it, and I wanted to go piss after a minute, but my thing was, no, stay here and finish. And obviously to me, that's almost like that way too much focus now. You know, like when you get zoned in. I look at you because you know about that when your mind is like, I need to finish this. Like, I was a bit like, okay. So now I went from like, I don't like doing things, but now I'm fucking hooked and I'm like, oh, no, I've got to finish.
Yeah.
But then that was my discipline. That was all of those things that I guess I haven't really used enough of coming out. So I guess it was still felt a bit weird. Like, oh, like I'm in the zone, and I was just there and I was in the zone. And then don't get twisted, there was a point that it was like, bro, I just want to stop. I want to break. I want to break. Oh, just finish it. Oh, that's enough. And I said no, like, and I persevered. You get me? I pushed through, and I was like, I finish it. And then I finished it, and then obviously I was happy, and it come out how I wanted it, and then obviously like that. And but there is literally that point where it was like, I'll save it for later. Oh, don't worry, you've done enough. Do you get it? And that was obviously like those little voices. That's the comfort zone, really, because that's it. I'm moving, I'm doing it. But then it's trying to like hold you back a little bit, innit? So yeah, so I felt that still.
You've clocked how easy it is for you to do, so you start thinking to yourself, right, cool, I'll just do it later.
Yeah. But I had nothing else to do. I didn't even plan to do it. Like, realistically, I didn't actually plan at that time to do it. But this is obviously we've been on the new thing of creation, like trying to create more. Obviously, creation is a good power, it's a thing, innit? Yeah, no, that was sick.
It's a good session.
Hey, I don't like it. That's still like, obviously at the beginning I was like, oh, where are we gonna go? But then even some takeaways and what we'll share and probably put on like the little comments of this video is that it's like, know yourself, the reason for your disciplines and your intentions, set them and then focus your energy, and then you can achieve whatever you want. If you believe you can achieve, so that's closing notes. It's kind of like, if you believe you can achieve where you put your energy, things will happen. So it's just about belief in yourself, belief in whatever your higher powers as well. Stay positive. Stay with love, of course. And yeah, I think that's it. That's a good way to kind of channel your energy and to achieve more things. So I think this summary bit was a bit hard. I wasn't prepared for this. I'm gonna wrap up still. Love. Yeah.